welcome back to my fairly new channel, The Jamaican Lady Home. My name is Terry, and on this new channel, I'll be posting authentic, unfiltered Jamaican homemaking content. I will be cooking, cleaning, decorating, doing DIYs, indoor plant care, gardening, organization, all on this channel. I'm truly hoping to build a wonderful homemaking community. I'm going to be jumping right into today's video. I'm in my primary guest bedroom. This is the only bedroom on the first floor of the home, and it gets used quite a lot. My best friend was just here with me. She spent a couple nights here. My home was the midpoint between her home and her local vacation that she went on last weekend. And so she graced me with her presence, and that made me so happy. She loves staying in this bedroom, and I love when she's here. It just makes me so happy when people get to use my space. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm resetting the room for whoever else decides to stay with us. And I'm giving it a good bit of deep clean, you guys. So this room, I keep the windows and the doors open all day, every day, because it does have the screen door. So I'm able to get fresh air in the room. But the consequence of that is it becomes Dustville. And so what I want to do today is to also just give the furniture a good wipe or a good dust down to make sure that it is cleaned and ready for our next guest. I love this room a lot. When we moved here to this house, I really wanted it to be our primary bedroom, but because of how the house is set up, it just didn't make sense for us to be in this bedroom while our guest was upstairs in the larger bedroom. And it would mean that we would keep our clothes upstairs. I mean, we really could keep our clothes down here because it has a good closet setup, but it just didn't make much sense. You guys, I worked in hospitality for a couple of years. I was not in room service, but I actually was in food and beverage. But while I worked at the hotel, I kind of studied their way of doing things, of making the bed and the type of textures that they used and color palettes. And I actually transform my space based off that experience. And I just love when people come over, stay in this room, and after they leave, they tell me, hey, I had a wonderful time. I'm so relaxed. I feel rejuvenated, as if I was on vacation. And that is actually what I aim for this room. So I like to start off with making the bed. And as you can see, I'm about to struggle with this comforter and duvet. So funny story, when I lived in Jamaica, I had no idea what a duvet cover is. Matter of fact, we used to just make the bed with the comforter as it is. And when I migrated and got into interior decorating a little bit and homemaking, I come to realize that the comforter goes inside of the duvet. And so to this day, a decade later, I still struggle with making the bed and putting the comforter in the duvet, but I truly love how it looks on the bed and elevate the space. So hey, it's worth the struggle. Today is such a gorgeous day. It's sunny. It's beautiful here in Florida. I tell you, it is crazy heat, but I'll take it for how beautiful these days are. What's crazy is even when it rains here, the days are still just so beautiful, and I truly enjoy it here. I've only lived in Florida for 2 years. I've lived in Georgia for almost a decade. Middle of the pandemic, I bought my first house there in Georgia, bought a townhome, and we lived there for a couple of years. And all the while, this house was rented. My boyfriend had bought this house as well in the same time frame, but we had it rented when we lived in Georgia in my townhome. Honestly, this house is a larger house, and we really do not need a lot of space to function. We're just a small family of three. Most of the time, it's two, and so a townhouse worked perfectly for us. The plan actually is to move back to Georgia once we're finished with the renovations here, and I'm looking forward to that. I tell you, Florida is beautiful. I love it here. The weather is unmatched, but Georgia is just home to me, and I look forward to going back all the time. Also, the cost of living, you guys. I don't know about you and where you're at, but it is expensive here. Everything is expensive here. Food is expensive, gas is expensive, and being as frugal as I am, it just doesn't work for me down here. So, a quick tip for anyone who is intimidated by using white in your home or on your bed. Don't be. I tell you, I have this one secret, and it's vinegar, baking soda, and bleach. And you're going to hear me talk about that a lot. And those three products are what I use to clean, what I use to do laundry, and also what I use to maintain the white in my home. Look at me trying to make this bed like it's a hotel. I tell you, I'm obsessed with the way a hotel feels and smells and look, and I try to copy that all throughout this home. But yeah, so don't be afraid to use white in your space. It is calm and it's good for your mental space. It's less clutter. I understand that some people are just maximalists and plain old white doesn't work. However, if you love white, try that solution that I just tell you. Just tip a little bit in your laundry with your regular laundry products. I just use Ajax powder to wash my whites and a little bit of Downy fabric softener. So right now you can just imagine how wonderful this room smells with these fresh bedding and sheets. And another tip, you guys, is to layer your bedding in order to get that luxurious feeling. And you don't have to have a pool room or 10,000 guest bedrooms for your space to be beautiful and elevated. You can do that with any space. You can do that with a 1 bedroom. You can do that with a 2 bedroom. It's all about just choosing colors that you love, layering your space, and giving it a good, comfortable feel. And that's what I thrive for with this space here. So on the topic of comfortable, luxurious home, I spoke before how much I hated furniture pieces and did not like a lot of furniture. And here I go in this bedroom with a full-on dresser, side table, and bed matchy set. So what happened was that when I migrated from Jamaica a decade ago, I was a cocktail waitress. I started out as a cocktail waitress at a luxurious hotel. Oh my goodness, all that jerking. At a luxurious hotel, and my first couple paychecks I actually saved, and this bedroom set that you see right here was my first big girl purchase. And it has moved around with me quite a bit. There is a lot of scrapes and dents and markings on this here, but I love it. It just proves that it has been loved and used, and I do not mind that at all. I plan on keeping this set for a long time because it just has a lot of value, and I truly look back sometimes at how far I've come in life, and it just brings me great joy to see that. Actually, guys, a lot of the things that I have in my home today are things that I've had a decade ago. So now I'm going to wipe off the surfaces like the dresser tops and the side table tops. And guys, I was so shocked to find out the amount of dust. I mean, I know there's dust in here, but just looking at it was just mind-boggling to me. The amount of dust that was in this space, because you can't really see it. Even on camera, you cannot see it, but there's so much dust in here. And this is one of my go-to cleaning products at Mrs. Meyer's surface cleaner. I tell you, I have about 5 cleaning products that I used all throughout the house, and they all come from the dollar store, you guys. Look at all the dust. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It is crazy how dusty the room is. But again, I do leave the door and windows open every day, so it's okay. I'm wiping it down right now. I'm watching good old Friends. I love Friends, and I've watched all episodes. And here I go. I started all over from the beginning. I'm gonna watch it again. So I'm just using some Mrs. Meyer's surface cleaner to get the dust off really good and wipe off all the little accessories and trinkets I have on the dresser. And I'm a minimalist, so I don't really have a lot of clutter on surfaces. Also, it's just less work for me to do, for me to keep up with. And so, yeah, there you go. Like 1 or 2 stuff. And when it comes to decor, another tip I want to share is always decorate in groups of 3. It's just visually pleasing to the eye and provides symmetry. So I always decorate in groups of 3s. My side tables are a mess. Again, as you can see, I keep the windows open. This house has 2 separate HVAC systems. There's an HVAC upstairs and one downstairs. So basically, I can have the air condition on upstairs and the air condition off downstairs. And that's what I usually do, so I can I'm mostly downstairs, especially in the daytime. So that's what I do to get fresh air, and I just keep the windows and doors open downstairs. This is one of my favorite home decor books, Minimalista. And I have a lot of home decor books in my home that I've used to educate myself on interior decorating. I am not a master yet, but my goal is to be able to do that as either a side hustle or continue as a hobby, is to truly master the art of interior decorating. And you guys, here's another one, the monochromatic home. And when I came here, that was my goal, was to have a monochromatic home. But I ended up just loving and getting carried away with the white and decided not to go that route with the black and white. But as you can see here, guys, I just have very minimal items on the side tables. Some paper towels or napkins for guests, and then just a side lamp and a couple of home decor books. And that is all. It helps me to manage my work throughout the home by just having minimal things all around. Now I'm just giving the room a good vacuum, a good power vacuum, getting all the dust up and out of the room. This vacuum was like $100 on Amazon, and I tell you, it works so good. I'm so shocked. I always wanted a Dyson, but like I said, I do not spend a lot, and I always go the cheaper route. And so I saw this vacuum on Amazon, and I decided to buy it one Black Friday, and it actually works pretty well. So I'm vacuuming these windows, getting all the dust off. And you guys, there is a screen a screen on the window. So if you do not see the screen, it's there. So if you have windows like mine or doors like mine with lots of glass in your home in general, like I do, get you one of these squeegees. I believe that's what it's called. It's what they use to clean the car mirror. The windshield, are those little squeegees. It gets everything, all the dirt and all the dust and any bit of markings off your glass. And funny story, when I use this to clean our windows, when people come over sometimes, not this door but the one to the living room, they will knock their head in on the glass so hard, because it's hard to tell when the doors are open or closed, especially at nights. And I really do need to purchase those sticker that says glass, just to indicate that they're closed, to prevent anyone from hurting themselves on this property. We cannot afford it. So quick little wipe down. Then I went in the bathroom, and here I go with some baking powder and a little bit of Ajax. Is what I use to clean the bathroom sink. Sometimes I will tip a little bit of bleach in here, but it's not necessary. I need it all the time. The Ajax does just fine. Guys, I think in general, I have probably 5 cleaning products that I use throughout the entire home, in the kitchen, bathrooms, do laundry. I use the same products. I am very, very frugal, and I'll say that 100 times. And so I believe in cutting cost where I can. And cleaning products, I just don't think I want to spend a lot of money on. I'm not a big spender. I'm not a huge spender, in no way, shape, or form. I'm always cutting cost. And when it comes to maintaining the home, it's something that has to be done consistently. So I want to make it affordable. I want to make it affordable for me and my family, where we're not, putting ourselves in position to overspend or anything like that to maintain this home. This is a larger home, so we have to be very strategic about spending and budgeting to maintain this home. So if you have not yet watched my previous video, go ahead and do so. I talk about how the bathrooms and your kitchen is an extension of your home, and you can absolutely decorate these spaces. And this is a good idea of that. So what I do is put all the personal products on trays and group them. And so the counter looks more clean and organized. And I have a personal picture there with me and my sister. You can't really see it, but it's there. And I also change out all the hand soap dispensers, dish soap dispensers throughout the entire home. I get these dispensers like made of amber glass, and then I just buy the sticker and put them on there. And what it does is truly elevates the space, instead of having those dispensers with just different colors and labels on them. And I also use a bamboo soap holder, and I put just a Dove soap on there, where people can use and wash their hands if they prefer, versus the hand soap. So I like to keep fresh towels on the counter, as well as washcloths. And I also keep some additional pool towels in here, because this room faces the pool, and whoever stays here, I want them to always feel welcome to enjoy the space and not having to ask us for everything to go about enjoying this home. I do keep 2 pool towels at all times outside in a basket, but I just added some extra ones here. Look at that, you guys. That's a buffet of towels. And I love to roll my towels. It just looks more organized, and it looks like a spa. So here I am with my least favorite chore. I truly hate cleaning bathrooms. If I could go about without doing that, I would. But nose blindness is real, and I do not want my space to look good and feel good, but does not smell good, because then it defeats the whole purpose of cleaning all day when you have a messy bathroom. And like I said, the people that come here, they really truly respect our home, and normally when they leave, it's really not much to do. Matter of fact, some people that come here actually clean before they leave, which I'm like, you don't need to do that, because I'm gonna go over it anyways. But I truly appreciate that when someone comes and they try to leave the home in good order. I just really appreciate it. And so when my best friend left, there wasn't much to do, much to pick up. Truly was just a little bit of trash in the trash can I throw out, and that was it. But like I said, I like to reset the space That way, whoever else decides to come, they can come whenever, and I don't have to rush to get the house together because it stays that way. So I have to replace my toilet paper holder because here I go. My mother-in-law was here and she broke it. She sat here and was using it to get up and just broke it off, and which was fine. They were really cheap. It was $7 on Amazon. There I go, showing you how to fold your toilet paper. You guys, you could tell I worked in hospitality. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so just gonna get rid of that trash. As you can see, really not much to do here in this bathroom. I'm just gonna wash it out real quick with a little bit of probably just Ajax again, and wipe down the sides. And I like to use gloves in the bathroom just to make sure I'm being sanitary, guys. I truly do not love this part of the homemaking process, but as you can see, this shower needed a good clean. To be honest, I do not always do a deep clean every time someone leaves, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of house, it's a lot of space. But I had to this day because the room just really needed it, and so I was just getting it all done. This bathroom is smaller, way smaller than our primary bathroom upstairs. So it's really not that hard to get through. So again, I just use like some Ajax, and I have a brush that I use in the shower, and also a sponge that I use just for the bathroom. And that normally does a pretty good job. Look, all done. I was not going to stay here all day. I'm telling you, I do not love to clean the bathroom. And once I do swoosh, I'm done. But you guys, make sure you're keeping your space sanitary. You know, this is our home, and we want to make sure that we're clean, and the people that come over, they truly feel welcome and they come to clean spaces. Not that I care too much about what people think, but I just love a clean home. That's that toilet paper subscription that I have. Who gives a crap? And I order like 48 at a time. So I'm just restocking the toiletries. I put some wipes in there, some new toilet paper, some extra toilet paper rolls, and I'm all done. I'm gonna put this rug down, and that pretty much sums up the entire day. I'm gonna give my beautiful plant here a nice cool drink of water, and on this hot spring day. And that is it, you guys. The space is all done and clean. I want to thank you so much for spending today with me. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and let's just build a wonderful homemaking community here. I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye, you guys.